From Greater Lowell Tech in Tingsboro, Mass., this is MIAA Boys Volleyball on LSP. Today, it's the Lowell Red Raiders taking on the Greater Lowell Gryphons in the first match of the season for both teams in 2019. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story alongside Saeed Vasugi on camera. Both these teams qualified for the MIAA North Sectional Tournament last year, with Lowell getting the number 2 seed and ending up with an 18-3 record, bounced by Lawrence in the semifinals 3-1. Greater Lowell got the 6th seed after a 16-4 record, but finished 16-5 as they were swept by Central Catholic on their home floor in the first round of last year's tournament. Both these teams looking for a solid start in this sort of crosstown rivalry to begin the season. Lowell will be in the maroon jerseys with the libero wearing the gray. That would be Rowan Galoni right now, number 20 for Lowell. And Greater Lowell is in the gold jerseys with the libero wearing blue. That's Matt Barboza, number 4 for Greater Lowell in the blue. Dana DiFilippo, the head coach of both the Greater Lowell boys and girls volleyball teams. Paul McCarthy leading the Red Raiders. And McCarthy came to work today wearing Hunter's camo. So here we go with Boo Ray ready to kick off the 2019 season. Soft touch will be kept alive by the Red Raiders. Then on the outside, nice block by Matt Medina. Now Medina, no, it'll be passed over to Torero, and Torero trickles it through. So Josh Torero gets the first point of the season for the Gryphons. Pedro D'Souza will take service for the Gryphons, and here he comes. And just barely tapped over by Justin Morell, bailing out Medina's awkward tap. And Greater Lowell out to a 2-0 lead. D'Souza again with service. And he hit it long. Wise move by Christian Chow to let it go. Came pretty close, but he stepped out of the way just in time. This will be Alex Cintran to take the serve with the Allen Iverson sleeve on his right arm. Two-1 our score. Have an awkward set there. It'll be hit with 2 hands by Morell. On the near side, nice hit and the kill by Damian Ortiz. And we are tied at 2. Cintran again to serve. On the outside, it's Morell, and a point to Greater Lowell. Retour score. Looks like we're going to have a substitution as Kelvin Phillips is in the game on the front line on the outside for Greater Lowell. A service by Josh Torero. On the outside, the drive kept alive by Barboza. Now Barboza tries to knock it forward and hits it with his knuckles, and it goes straight down. So we are even at 3. Just underway here in Tingsboro. Service by Aaron Lepore, and this is going to be almost a miraculous save by Kelvin Phillips. Would have hit it off the ceiling and then back down to a teammate, but nobody was there in that spot, and Lowell has their first lead of the match. Lepore again. Emphatic block by Chow at the front line. Now on the outside to Phillips. Kept alive with a nice dig by Lepore. Now on the outside with the left-handed strike by Ortiz, but he hit it into the net. And Greater Lowell evens the cause. And this will be Matt Medina with service. On the outside, soft touch, and it's going to be a kill for Damian Ortiz. Lowell reclaims the lead at 5-4. Little stutter step by Ortiz. Some contact on the front line between Greater Lowell, some miscommunication. This is kept alive by Ray. Now the soft touch goes outside the line. And that'll even it again for Greater Lowell as back and forth we go. It'll be Gabe Farias. No running start this time. And it's like Calvin Phillips crossed the line. So that'll be a point to Lowell. And again, they reclaim the lead at 6-5. Here's Chow. On the outside to D'Souza. Did he get it through? He did. Despite the best efforts of Boo Ray. It went straight down, kind of an optical illusion from this angle, from where I'm sitting anyways, to see if it went down in front of on D'Souza's side or Ray's side, but it's a point for the Gryphons nonetheless. And Damian Ortiz racking up the kills. Galoni back in for the service, kept alive at the back line by Chow. Now on the outside, Ortiz, soft touch, drips between Kyle Reardon and Pedro D'Souza. Kind of an awkward hit there by D'Souza, but he gets it over. Nice block at the front line, and it will be Greater Lowell point, and with the block by Reardon. So after Lowell got out to its largest lead of 2, Greater Lowell back in it, down by 1. Another block by Reardon. This one gets through Reardon. Nice dig, kept alive. Reardon goes for another one. Now they're gonna set it up for D'Souza, and he hits it straight into the net. 9-7 our score. This will be Ray to serve. A lot of instances of Greater Lowell players bumping into each other, trying to get into position. This is not going to bode well for the rest of the match, as this is going to be another point for for Lowell, and they will be up by 3, 10-7. Boo Ray again. Soft touch by Torero, and it looks like they went over the line. So that'll be Greater Lowell point. And Gabe Farias, Justin Morrell is going to sit down. Reardon's down again. Some administration here with the substitutions. Here's some questions to who's going to be allowed on the court. Officials talking with Henry over there at the scorer's desk, trying to figure out who's going to be allowed. So right now it's Torero, Medina, Farias, D'Souza, Villa, and Barboza, and now Farias is going to come off, and Morrell's going to come back on. So after all that, it'll be D'Souza to serve. Soft touch on the outside by Boyd, blocked, and it drops for another Greater Lowell point, and now they're 1 point away from getting back even. Dug out by Galoni. Oh, an emphatic strike by Aaron Laporte. And Alex Cintran will have service here in set 1 of this best-of-5 season opener. On the outside, way too strong by Torero. I don't know if he's jokingly favoring his shoulder, if he actually is hurt, but it was a little too strong either way. 12-9 our score. Don't know, guess I don't know my own strength. Morrell forces it through the front line. And it is 12-10. Calvin Phillips back on the floor for Villa for Greater Lowell. Galoni digs it out. Block at the front line by Phillips. And that gets through, but a nice dig by D'Souza. Now on the outside, soft touch by Morrell, and it drops. Matt Medina went over the net, so that'll be a point to Lowell. 13-11 our score. Back and forth first set here. Strong dig by Barboza, falling to his left, trying to keep that alive. Now on the outside, and that is drilled down in the near right corner by Damian Ortiz. 5 kills already for Ortiz. Lepore just gets it over the net, and that's going to be an ace. Barboza claiming he dug it out, but the official says that hit the floor first. So Lowell out to its largest lead, 15-11. And this will be way too strong by Aaron Lepore. No argument there from Barboza as he trots off the floor and is replaced by Kyle Reardon. Ortiz has it dug out on the outside. Phillips gets through. Excuse me, it was a foretouch by Greater Lowell. My mistake. From the back line, that gets down for Lepore. Don't see a whole lot of those emphatic strikes from the back line. Could be set up by D'Souza. Nice block again by Reardon, his 3rd block, and Greater Lowell gets the point as that was carried. 17-13. Greater Lowell began this one leading 2-0. And went back and forth for a while. Now Lowell has built a little bit of a lead. Some miscommunication by the Red Raiders. Dug out on the back line by Barboza. Now to the outside to D'Souza. Nice dig by Cintran. That had to be overhead hit by Chow, and Chow hit it a little too strong. Greater Lowell trying to claw back into this one. Strong dig by Farias, but the return went over the far sideline. So that gets the lead back up to 4 for the Red Raiders. 18-14. Tristan Chow to serve. And we're going to have some more administration over at the scorer's desk. And it looks like we're all set. Chow, a little soft touch. Nearly hit over the sideline on the dig by D'Souza. Now D'Souza on the left side. Gets it through the block, but kept alive. Nice dig by Barboza. Hit over from the middle of the court by Farias, and then it's going to be Greater Lowell point. Barboza showing off a scar or something that he picked up during a dig to his teammates. I'm guessing that's what he's doing. Oh, wow. That's a little cheeky, isn't it? Right. Greater Lowell falls victim to that little dummy point there. 19-15 our score. The libero Galoni to serve. D'Souza takes over for Barboza. And D'Souza, and a double hit was called on Greater Lowell. So Lowell up 20-15 here in set number 1. And Galoni to serve again. The outside, Torero gets it down. Barboza with the line drive service, and this is going to be into the net by Lowell, and Greater Lowell back within 3. Now volleyball is a game of runs. Teams will go on hot streaks and will eliminate just huge momentum swings. And here's one right now as that block gets down, and Greater Lowell within 2, but not for long, as Aaron Lepore picks up another kill. And Lowell back up by 3, 21-18. Lowell's led by as many as 5 this set. Bouret to serve again, dug out by Barboza. Soft touch by D'Souza, gets back over. I'll set this one up for Reardon. Excuse me, not Reardon. Medina, and it looks like that was carried by Greater Lowell. By Lowell, rather. So back to a 2-point game, and it'll be D'Souza to serve. On the outside, it's blocked, and it got through the twin towers of Morel and Medina. So Lowell, 3 points away from victory, and Dana DiFilippo is going to call in the boys for a timeout. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So out of the timeout, Lowell service with Alex Cintran. and some miscommunication between Anthony Villa and Matt Barboza puts Lowell 2 points away from victory in this opening set. Cintran again to serve. Took a weird turn on Morel, but he gets it over. And Greater Lowell gets the point as that went wide. Josh Torero will serve for the Gryphons. And he serves it long, and it is set point for the Red Raiders. Who's going to take it? It's going to be Aaron Lepore. And looks like timeout has been called again by Dana DiFilippo, with set point pending for the Red Raiders. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So out of the second Greater Lowell timeout, here is Aaron Lepore to serve for the set. On the outside, it's Phillips. It's blocked, but it gets down. Greater Lowell needs the next 3 in a row, though, to keep this set going. And that's the first real communication error we've had on Lowell, as Ortiz was the only one on that side. Still set point for Lowell, but Greater Lowell within 2. Blocked. Gonna set it up for a swing and a miss by Medina, and it goes down in front of him, and that'll be the set, and Greater Lowell falls to Lowell in the first set, 25-22. Take a timeout. I'll be back in a couple minutes with the set number 2 of this season opener for MIAA Boys Volleyball and LSP. Greater Lowell trailing Lowell 1-0. Welcome back to set 2 of MIAA Boys Volleyball on LSP. Sam Feely here with you from Greater Lowell Tech in Tingsboro, Mass, alongside Saeed Vasugi on camera. Lowell Red Raiders taking set number 1, 25-22. And it will be Greater Lowell service to start set number 2. Damian Ortiz leading the way with an unofficial 5 kills in the first set for the Red Raiders. Service by Pedro de Souza. We're underway in set number 2. And with the fingertips, Aaron Lepore picks up kill number 4. And Lowell out to a 1-0 lead. This will be Alex Cintran with the service. Ortiz gets it through the block. Six for Ortiz. Strong 2-0 start for Lowell High. Let's see if they can make it 3 in a row. And it's going to be hit overhead by Eddie Latch and tossed over by Barboza. And it's like Greater Lowell went over the net, so Aaron Lepore looking for another kill. Doesn't get the kill, but the Red Raiders get the point anyway. Gryphons look lost right now to start this second set. Cintran gets an ace. We see a timeout shortly from Dana DiFilippo. $5-0 start. And that's a little too strong. It was a good setup by the Gryphons, but Morrell was too strong with his hit. And it is 6-0. Cintran again with service. Dug out by Barboza, but kind of awkwardly so. And that one's hit straight into the net. Red Raiders with a 7-0 lead. Cintran again. And that somehow gets over, but it was from behind the wire, so that'll be a point for Lowell, and there's the timeout by Dana DiFilippo. Seeing our boys down 8-0 to start set 2 after a strong but ultimately losing effort in set 1. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Out of the timeout, and the streak is over as Cintran's service goes long. And Greater Lowell is finally on the board, but it is 8-1. Long journey back, and Eddie Latch will serve. And just trickle it over the net. But it's dug out. There's the dig by Barboza. Soft touch by Phillips. Does that have to be? It's a double hit. Trying to set up Ortiz, but double hit called on the Gryphons, on the Red Raiders rather. And Latch's service goes straight into the net. So Aaron Lepore just trickles it over the net, and then it's just barely dug out by Barboza, but then it goes into the bleachers. I don't know, it feels like both teams are a little sloppy to start this second set. Barboza will hit it over. Soft touch by Ortiz, and they cross the line. And actually saying Ortiz was the one who crossed the line. So Greater Lowell is back in at 10-3, but like they haven't gotten any kills. It's all been faults by Lowell. And speaking of faults, a double hit by Greater Lowell gives the point back to the Red Raiders. 11-3. Ortiz with service from the left hand. Barboza hits it over. And a carry by the Gryphons, by the Red Raiders rather. You'd think it'd be easier to differentiate between the Gryphons and the Red Raiders, but when one team's called Lowell and the other team's called Greater Lowell, it's not as easy as it looks, folks. Christian Chow picks up a kill. Greater Lowell up by 10, 13-3. It's our largest lead of the match. And that was a little too soft by Chow as it falls short of the net. As Calvin Phillips will come off, and he'll be replaced by Anthony Villa. Chow gets it through, but it's kept alive. On the outside, a whistle, and we've had a lot of, you know, violations on both teams for crossing the line or crossing over the net as that barely trickles over. Scoreboard has 12-6, but I have 13-4. Maybe I've been off. They know better than I do. Service is driven straight into the net. Again, both these teams playing kind of sloppy here in the second set. The announcers being kind of sloppy too. That went underneath the net. Ray will take this service. That just trickles over for an ace for Ray. Barboza hits it over. Ortiz too strong. D'Souza with the line drive, dugout. But looks like the scoreboard is a little out of sync, both mine and the gym scoreboard, so opening night jitters, I guess. Nice dig by Barboza, and that goes over the wire. (18-8). Set that's been dominated by the Red Raiders, but they've been sloppy play by both sides this set. Nothing sloppy about that hit except the fact it was too strong by Chow. There have been a few unforced errors in this set by Lowell as that landed inside for an ace for Eddie Latch. Been a few unforced errors in this set by Lowell that could have possibly put this one to bed already. Not necessarily gotten them to 25, but there's a block by Medina. And they've done some things that they really shouldn't be doing. It's, you know, sectional semifinalists last year and finishing the regular season with a 16-2 record. And the Gryphons are protesting that that one was off of the Red Raiders, but to no avail. Have to go. We don't have VAR at this level, but sure they would look at it if they did. (19-12). Medina with service, dug out there. The set and the tap by Chow kept alive. Now Chow on the outside with the left hand with his knuckles. He's been a little too strong with some of the spikes he's attempted, so he's just going for the soft touch. Ortiz gets it over. Barboza through the goalpost. Oh, wait, that's a Lowell point. I thought that was over Latch, but it is in fact a Lowell point. I didn't think that went off of him. So Ortiz with service again. That's out. No doubt about that one. Farias to serve. Oh, beautiful block there up the middle by Reardon. He's been a force on that front line defensively. That's a little too strong by Ortiz, and now Greater Lowell within 6. And that's straight into the net by Lepore. And this is going to be the first time out of the match for Paul McCarthy. The sloppiness by the Red Raiders starting to catch up to them. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. So out of the timeout, it'll be Farias to serve, and he hits it into the net. So timeout certainly killed Greater Lowell's momentum in that regard. And now Lowell within 3 of taking a commanding 2-0 lead. And this will be Christian Chow. Dug out by Chow on the back line. The soft touch gets through for Bruce Zavathy. Two points away are the Red Raiders from claiming this set. And that'll be Greater Lowell point as Zavathy and Boy couldn't team up to block that one cleanly. 23-17, still a tall task for the Gryphons if they want to steal this one. They got to get 7 before Lowell gets 2. And that drops just inside the near left side for Ray. Out of the reach of Barboza, and now set point for the Red Raiders. And that'll be Dana DiFilippo calling her second and final time out of the set. Throughout baseball season, Local Sports Productions will be providing occasional streams of yours truly competing in MLB The Show 19. Watch as we try to grind our way up to World Series ranks and build a squad of Signature Series players. Watch live at localsportsproductions.com/live and stream the games the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel. Swing the record labels of the artists of the songs in the game don't shut us down. I mean, it's just the game soundtrack. I'm not controlling that stuff. Oh, copyright strikes. Like, what am I supposed to do when I'm playing a video game, huh? Barboza with the double-handed hit over. And that gets down for Aaron Lepore. And with that, Lowell takes set number 2, 25-17. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in a little bit with set number 3 as Lowell goes for the clean sweep. This is MIAA Boys Volleyball on LSP. Welcome back to set number 3 of MIAA Boys Volleyball on LSP. Sam Feely here with you from Greater Lowell Tech in Tingsboro, Mass, alongside Saeed Vasugi on camera. Greater Lowell Gryphons trailing the Lowell Red Raiders 2-0. Lowell winning the first 2 sets by scores of 25-22, 25-17, though with a sloppy play by both sides in set number 2. It could have been more lopsided than that in favor of the Gryphons, in favor of the Red Raiders, rather. In set number 2. One could argue they should have had that one at least before Greater Lowell got to 15 with some of the, they could correct some of the unforced errors they committed. Well, a win is a win is a win, and it's Lowell serve to start what could be the deciding set. Ray will deliver for us. And here we go. And that's going to be an ace for Ray. A reasonable start. To the outside, Ortiz, dug out by Barboza. Try and set up Ortiz on the near side. Can't get through the block, and that's a double hit. It's a carry. Called it a carry. Looked more like a double hit by Logan Saras. So it'll be 2-0 in favor of the Red Raiders. And that goes outside the wire for the Gryphons, and here's another 3-0 start for the Red Raiders. And that's going to be a 4-0 start. It's D'Souza didn't get enough on that. Not nearly enough. Kind of a half-hearted swing. Ray. Barboza gets it over. Ortiz gets the kill. A 5-0 start. D'Souza trying to will the Gryphons back into it with a smash there, but went for a straight line almost into the exercise machines in the gym overlooking the court. And that's a double hit by the Gryphons, and it is 7-0 in favor of the Red Raiders. Latch. Ortiz, too strong. So Greater Lowell finally on the board after a 7-0 run to start set number 3 for the Red Raiders. And block by Saras, and Latch gets another point for the Gryphons. That one gets over the block attempt, but it's set up. And Saras and Latch got tangled up there. Their signals crossed, and 8-2. After a lengthy wait, we'll have Alex Cintran with service. And Saras gets the kill. That's his first kill of the match. They're all hugging him. That must be his first varsity kill. Lucas Barboza was jumping on his back. And the service by Latch goes straight into the net. 9-3 our score. Set 3. Lowell looking for a clean sweep to start 2019. And that just drops in the inside the back line for Matt Medina. They're falling behind by 7 to start. Greater Lowell clawing back to within 5. And from the outside, is that Zavathy or is that Ortiz? Zavathy. See, Zavathy's got more hair and he's not wearing glasses, so that's just 8 and 6 look similar in this font. Double hit on Phillips. Back out to their largest lead of the set are the Red Raiders, 11-4. Don't know if the Gryphons' heads are fully in it right now to start 2019. Hopefully this isn't a sign of things to come if you're a Greater Lowell fan. Oh, nice dig, and getting it over was Latch, but it was a little too strong. Can't knock the hustle, but it's just, I don't want to say they feel like they've resigned to losing this match already, but just need more plays like that. Get some energy going. Matt Medina with his second kill of the set. Greater Lowell still down by 8. And Lowell already halfway to a win in this set. Barboza's had an adventure with some of those digs, as he did right there. Sets this one up. This is going to have to be hit over from the back line by Latch. Now to the outside, and Ray just inside the line. The mistakes that Lowell made that kept Greater Lowell alive in the set 2 are not really present this set, although that's a pretty emphatic kill for Latch as Chow almost hit it into the gym again, the weight room, whatever you want to call it. Phillips to the outside, Ricky Kim, dug out by Phillips, it gets over. Couple block attempts, and it will be a point for the Gryphons. Red Raiders still doubling up on the Gryphons, 14-7 here in set 2. Little too much juice there, Kelvin. Phillips will have a seat. Barboza's back in. Galoni over. Galoni digs it out. Set it up for Ortiz. Blocked by Reardon. Reardon's got 5 blocks on the match. And probably better that Ortiz and Ray didn't play that one. If 5 of them actually did go for it, we'd probably have a knee and or a head injury by one or both of them. And Saras, is he going to come in? Yes, he is. He's going to replace Reardon. Bros, after goofing off with the ball a little bit, hits it over. Gets the dig. Set up for Saras. Kept alive. And that drops in for Kim. Nice block by Kim. I think his presence felt here in the 3rd set. Couple of kills, a nice block there. 17-8 our score. It'll be Ray with the service, and this is going to be trouble and another point, another ace for Lowell. Ray picks it up. Ten-point lead, 7 points away from a season-opening sweep for the Red Raiders. Barboza gets it over. Kim, too strong. Lowell still doubling up on Greater Lowell, though, 18-9. Set 3, Lowell taking the first two, 25-22 and 25-17. And Lowell is going to give up another point on a carry. A rainbow service, kept alive, and it's going to be Lowell point. Jasmine Tong going to check in here for the first time for Lowell. Logan Sross picks up his 2nd kill of the set. Well, too much there. They tried to get Saras out of position for a block, and they couldn't get anything over. Good positioning by Saras. Good heads-up play. Ready to take on any shot there, but might have deked them into giving up too much, but that service goes long, 20-12. Here is Aaron Lepore, and that service goes long. Reardon's back on. He's had a good defensive game. Villa's back on for Saras, and he's going to take service. Saras and Villa going to do another dance. All right. They have no idea where they're supposed to be. Saras isn't coming on after all. All right. Here is Ortiz, 4 points away from a season opening sweep. Nice dig by Barboza. .3 points away. A carry was called on Lowell. That'll be a point for the Gryphons, and the service promptly goes into the net for Latch. Was that Latch or was that, excuse me, that was Farias. So 2 points away are the Red Raiders. And a carry, a double hit rather. On Lowell, so these unforced errors. And Philip Zyrath in the game for Greater Lowell for the first time. Ortiz will try to hit it over, and it goes short. Look at these errors by Lowell, not shutting the door on the Gryphons just yet. See what Zyrath's got here. Another phenomenal block by Reardon. The Red Raiders 2 points away. Kept alive. D'Souza gets the point. Boy, this looked like a foregone conclusion a couple of minutes ago. And now Greater Lowell. I have a stoppage here as one of the Red Raiders players needed to tie his shoe. Oh, Zyrath into the net. And now it is match point for the Red Raiders. That hope they were building up may come to naught here as Rowan Galoni for the match. But it gets through for D'Souza. Not over yet. So Saras is going to check back in for Reardon. And Barboza to serve. The block won't go back over. Lepore gets the kill, and Greater Lowell is swept by the Lowell Red Raiders in the season opening match of 2019. Scores 25-22, 25-17, and 25-19. Our co-players of the game are Damian Ortiz and Aaron Lepore for Lowell, but let's also give a shout out to Kyle Reardon, who played phenomenal defense on the front line for the Gryphons. So the Lowell Red Raiders improved to 1-0, and the Greater Lowell Gryphons fall to 0-1. So with that said, this has been a presentation of local sports production serving Greater Boston student athletes since 2011. Copyright 2019. Unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of local sports productions is strictly prohibited. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from Greater Lowell Tech and Tyngsboro, Mass. It is the Lowell Red Raiders 3 and the Greater Lowell Gryphons nothing. Final scores of the sets: Lowell 25-22, 25-17, and 25-19. For Saeed Vasugi on camera, my name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.